Hi guys, if you're new here, my name is Sam and I make videos about makeup, chronic illness, and whatever I want. And today I want to just go over my wear test of the fragrances I tried last week. And I'm going to go in the same order as last time. Sidebar, if you're not new here, we have my backdrop up because I'm working on the Halloween one and it's like under construction. So we just get a plain black one today. Let's start with the first Labo ones, which I already went over in those two videos on like how they smelled on my skin. So like I feel the same way about them. We're just going to jump into the next one, which is Byredo G Water. That's the one that's not on here. I've been having this issue with OneNote. If you use OneNote, let me know if this is happening too, where it just like deletes stuff that I wrote. So I don't have my notes for G Water. This was fantastic. I can't remember exactly what I said. This is a nice, clean, woodsy, fresh note, but it was absolutely perfect and I understand why it is so popular. It was absolutely unisex to me. There was a bit of sweetness, but it wasn't too sweet. I just think it was a really fresh, woodsy note that is really unique to anything that I own, and this was added to my wish list. Next was Born to Stand Out Happy Nuts. I really liked this one. I believe my notes in here are still, yes, they're still here. It says this is also a unique one for my collection. It's cozy, warm, and I think could lean unisex because it isn't too sweet on dry down. It smells more sweet on first application or right out of the bottle. The nut notes aren't strong as it wears, but do add some complexity. So when you first smell it, it smells very almond heavy with a little bit of pistachio, but as it dries down, that kind of disappears and it just turns into this warm, cozy, unisex dessert, if that makes sense. It's not too sweet. It is a little woodsy. You definitely get the woodsy notes, even on the outside. Like you can smell it dried down, like after I touched it on the paper. It's definitely a bit almondy, but it's also just earthy in a good way. This is one I would recommend trying a sample of because even if you don't end up liking it enough to add it to your wish list, this is on my wish list now. It is just a really unique scent. Next, this is Parfums de Marly Valaya, and my notes are, I wore this one twice and still can't say how I feel about it 100%. It's very nice, clean, with some white floral and citrus. I don't hate it, but it's just that. Nice. It's not mind-blowing for the price tag, so I likely wouldn't buy this for myself. And I still feel that way. I did not add this to my wish list because while it is nice, it's just that, it's nice. And for a $280 some fragrance, I need it to be a lot more than nice. This, to me, just smells like some other things that I have. I can't quite put my finger on exactly what it smells like. I feel like something from Jo Malone almost. Then we have Born to Stand Out Sugar Addict. This is fantastic, 10 out of 10, definitely on my wish list. My notes say, love, love, love. This smells on me like what I wanted that Marshmallow Abomination to smell like. Creamy, sweet, and warm. We'll get to the Marshmallow Abomination in a minute, but this is lovely because it's kind of a unique sweet. It has this warmness to it, but not the usual kind of warmness I smell in like gourmands. So definitely love that. Kerosene Summer of '84. Beautiful light citrus with a tiny undertone of white florals. It's hard to say exactly as I'm not spraying this, but one dab only gave me a few hours of wear. That's not surprising for such a light and fresh scent. Some of the other ones had really long staying power. This one disappeared fairly quickly. It is beautiful. I want to add this to my wish list because it is such a strong citrus. It's so fresh, it's so clean. I'll love it in the summer, but it does disappear fairly quickly. I don't know what the price tag on this one is. Let me look that up real quick to see like how I feel about that. For 100 ml, which I think that is a 3-ounce bottle. It's $152, which honestly isn't terrible. Yeah, so that would be the 3.4 ounce. So that's actually not a terrible price for something I would have to reapply more frequently. So I am adding this to my wish list. Baccarat is somewhere in here. Yes, here's Baccarat. I do not at all think this smells like Oriana Cloud. I can detect a couple similar notes, but this is much more mature and not in that powdery floral way. This just smells elevated and like one of the most beautiful things I've ever smelled. I understand why this is so popular. My mom smelled this. This was actually the third one that I tried, and my mom has been talking about it for over a week, about how I need it and how good it smells on me. So definitely on the wish list. Next we have Room 1015 Cherry Punk. This is so good. It's so unique and so fantastic. My notes say, very leather heavy on application, and I wasn't getting as much cherry as I had hoped. However, on dry down, the leather lightens and you get that nice cherry scent. This is definitely on my wish list. Like dried on here, you get a very light hint of leather, but it's mostly cherry. And I don't know if it has rum in it, but maybe a rum note. I don't know, but definitely want this. It's beautiful. Now we have Diptyque Oyedo, whatever you remember. I can't pronounce this one. This one faded very quickly on me, which again doesn't shock me as this is citrus, and I wasn't moisturized. It was very nice, and I tend to like how light Diptyque is because it fades nicely, leaving behind little breadcrumbs of scent. It doesn't have grapefruit, but the combo of yuzu with the orange gives a nice grapefruit smell. This is also on my wish list. I liked it a lot. Diptyque is expensive, I understand, and if you aren't someone who wants something that fades, this would not be for you, but I do like that. I like when I don't have to worry about doing like 10 layers of scrubbing in the shower to make sure it's all off for the next day when I want to wear something different. So I really like that this is light. It's another reason I like Jo Malone is it just fades out nicely throughout the day. So it's easy to wash off at the end of the day with the shower. Next up is Diptyque Philosokos. I think that's how you say it. Why does this keep closing? One note keeps like glitching out. It's just like buffering. I do remember this smells very nice and very woody. It's very unique to anything I own. Okay, it finally opened. Very nice, for sure, unisex, woody, but creamy and sweet, probably from the coconut, and unlike anything I own. This is definitely on my wish list. I think that's going to be super nice as like a winter fragrance. I definitely would not wear that in the summer. It's a little too heavy, but it's beautiful for the fall and the winter. Next we have Parfums de Marly Oriana. That's not you. That's not you. That is you, this pink guy. Very sweet. I like it. On dry down, it smells slightly similar to Love Don't Be Shy, but it works better on me. Love Don't Be Shy smells like Smarties, aka pure sugar on me, but with this, I get the nice creamy note. So this is definitely on my wish list because I love Love Don't Be Shy in the bottle and I love it on other people, but on me, I don't get the complexity that happens on other people. But this one gives me the complexity that exists in Love Don't Be Shy that doesn't show up on me for whatever reason. So this is my Love Don't Be Shy, and I'm excited about that. Okay, next is the Marshmallow Abomination, which is the Kyse Parfumes Dezia de Marshmallow. So everyone hypes this up. Smells fabulous in the bottle. Smells like perfection in the bottle. I was so excited to try this. On me, it literally smelled like hot dogs. I'm not joking. And then as I wore it longer, it started to smell like rubber. It smells like sugared hot dogs and a bit of rubber on my skin, question mark. I was honestly not expecting that at all. Eric said it smells like sweet chew toys for dogs, like the rubber chew toys. I envy anyone that this smells normal on because it is beautiful. On me, it is an abomination. So this is the only pure loser in the whole collection. And our last one is Pose of Berlin, which again is like the little Labo. I had already worn it. I love it. Smells like fresh blueberries and like some sweetness, and I just love it. It's also on my wish list. So thank you so much for watching. If you have any comments, questions, concerns, feedback on these perfumes, or even better, if you have any perfumes you would like me to try in my next round of this, because I'm going to make this like a regular thing, maybe twice a year, please leave suggestions down below because I want to smell anything. I will say my favorites right now are gourmands, and I always love a citrus, but with samples, I'm willing to try a little bit of everything, so give me some suggestions down below. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Consider subscribing if you haven't already, and Samhalloween starts next week, which I'm so excited about. We're back to 2 videos a week, so I will see you on Tuesday.